Test 1, 2. People can hear me? Oh. That is so strange. Wow, is my audio on? Because the mic is muted. Is it this mic? No. Test 1, 2. I'm talking directly into the mic. This is so strange. I can't figure it out. Huh. All right, hold on. Oh, okay, the music is off. Oh, the laptop, this mic. This computer's mic is on. Hold on, let me do that. No, wait. No. This is so strange. Hold on. Now you hear. Now you hear me. Okay, hold on. I gotta start the stream here to figure this out. Good morning. The music is off. I know, I turned it off. I gotta turn the camera on me. Let's see if I can make that happen. Hold on a sec. I have to blow my nose, which I would normally mute myself for. But I have no way of doing that. Am I further away from the mic? I must be further away. Can you hear me going further away from the mic? Do not understand. Alright, alright, hold on. Let's get the camera on me. Hello, good morning. Ah! Oh no, I just spilled a pile of water. Welcome to the coding train where I spill water on my laptop. Now this is, everything's unplugged. Oh my god. Okay. Now can you hear me? You can still hear me. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Hold on. Is this the microphone? I know how to mute it because I see the audio input. Hold on, I have to put my mask back on because I am here. Maybe if I just leave the room, will you still be able to hear me? I have to go get some paper towels. I'll be right back. I can't play music, I can't do anything. Just look at the coding train scene. Very little water actually got on the laptop. It mostly got on this cable and dongle. Not the clip mic. What mic could it be? All right, we're gonna figure this out, but first I'm gonna get some paper towels. I will be right back. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this up here. Actually, I also have this magic green rag for my invisibility cloak. I will also use to wipe this up. Then let's have a look here at the computer. There's just a little bit of a little splash on the keyboard. I think it's fine. We'll find out soon enough. Whoa, what just happened there? Oh, this camera went on. That's particularly weird. Why is this camera on? This is going super well so far. Okay, I think I know, I mean I don't really know, but let me take a look here. So first, The sound is great, so why change it? Does it actually sound good? It doesn't make any sense. This is my microphone. Good morning. By the way, what you're actually watching is a sneak preview of what you get to watch if you become a member of the Coding Train, because I actually do usually these Friday sessions just with the members, and I record video tutorials that then later get released. For example, the last week I did one on GitHub Pages, and that's going to come out this weekend. Since I can't live stream tomorrow from my usual Saturday live stream, I thought I would open this one up to the community today. It's the camera mic. Is this much louder now all of a sudden? Me talking, showing you my I need to do some trimming here and get some shaving things going on. Is it the camera mic? Oh, this mic. Is it this mic? Oh, it's this mic. Hey, hold on. That is so strange. Where is this plugged into? I don't need this. I'm not using this camera. I'm going to unplug this. Okay. I'm going to mute the audio, so in case it makes a horrible sound. No, it's not this mic. It's the other camera mic. Okay. So strange. Oh, I know what it is. I got it. Yes, okay, the audio source on OBS. Okay, mystery solved. Now I'm talking into this mic. The audio should be better. This doesn't need to be viewable. And also now, but why? So when the music was playing, was the music really sort of faint and poor quality? Because it was actually just coming out of my laptop speakers. And, oh my God. This whole stream might end up getting shut down any moment if my laptop doesn't work or something terrible happens. Yeah, whoops. It's been long enough that a little bit of water is now dried from whatever dripped onto the end of this dongle. So I think we should be okay. Okay. Now, audio being quieter is easily fixable because I can just move the volume up now. That should be better. Is this laptop going to come alive? Oh, it's not plugged into power. The power did not. And you know what? I just realized what I should do. Let me plug in on the other side of the laptop just in case. I really need this coffee here. Much clearer, but could be a bit louder. Okay, that's no problem. All of that is manageable. Okay, let me 9:10 a.m. That was very recent. So let's go into the settings here, and we'll make it a little bit louder. Whoops. Settings here. Sensitivity. This should make it louder. Oops, no, that makes it quieter, I think. Now it should be a little bit louder, and even a little bit louder still. And there's even a dial here I can turn up. So maybe this is better now. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the music right now. Come back to that. Let's see if the laptop is viewable by you. There we go. We are here. Oh, and hold on. If you will humor me for again one moment, please, I will be right back again. I'm in a hermetically sealed room, but if I leave this room, I must wear my mask, and which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go into the room next door where my backpack is and get something. Be right back. You can probably still hear me. And now, at 9:12 a.m. Eastern Time, live from Brooklyn, New York, it is officially the coding train. I don't have the bell. I managed to remember to throw this train whistle in my backpack this morning. So where am I? What's going on? What's happening? I am here at New York University, where I, about 100 years ago, I used to spend at least 75, a large percentage of my waking hours. I work at a program called ITP and IMA, that's at Tisch School of the Arts, NYU. I have been here for the last week in and out, but I hadn't been here since March when the COVID pandemic really reared its head in New York City. I've been doing live streaming from home. That's my new, and actually that's not going away. My new system is actually to do side project Saturdays. And side project Saturdays are a 2-hour live stream that happens from home. Last week I worked on programming an Arduino inside of Simone Yetch's everyday calendar. You can go back and check that live stream. Those are typically sponsored, so I'll often have a sponsor for those, and will happen from home and are informal and hopefully fun and educational, and I have all my equipment there. I use this room to record video tutorials for my NYU courses, which I also release to the public on the YouTube channel. And those, my system for that is I'm not monetizing those. And I'm trying to clean all this up and get sort of organized. But those are video tutorials that hopefully anybody can use and access. They're all captioned for your curriculum, for your enjoyment. And I even, I'm open to offering those outside of YouTube for any schools or organizations that can't get the content through the YouTube platform. So that's kind of the deal with my fall. That's the sort of new schedule I've adopted. And to help sort of keep me going, frankly, moral support, financial support, all of those kinds of things. The membership program, which you can sign up directly on YouTube with Join, I broadcast the Friday recording sessions to the members and that's kind of what I would normally be doing today. But with the Yom Kippur holiday this weekend, I'm not available. I have some family commitments and I'm not available to live stream on Saturday. So there will be no live stream tomorrow. And instead there is today's members only, and I probably shouldn't talk about this plan in such detail, because every time I ever made a plan, it lasted about 2 weeks, and then I ended up just doing something different. So we'll see if this is what I'm hoping will carry me forward through at least until December. Assuming that I have access and safe access to this building. It's very empty in here. And I actually am tested. NYU, somebody was telling me, is one of the largest testing providers in the country, but I just had a test a couple days ago, and I had a test 2 weeks ago. They're testing us every 2 weeks. So I'm just looking at the chat here. We've got Chaitanya and Sanjeev Tandon, who's 13 years old and makes many games from Tic-Tac-Toe. Sanjeev, I got confused looking at your name because the school here, the NYU School of Engineering, is called the Tandon School of Engineering, and that I got kind of confused. All right, so just to be clear though, all of the content that record to disk, yes, thank you. I don't need to do it yet. All of the content that I record on Fridays will be released, and you will be able to see it even if you're not a member. You'll be able to see it a week later or so, depending on how long it takes to kind of get that out. All right. Now, I only have till 11 a.m. this morning because half day, the school where my children go here in Brooklyn has half days on Fridays, which, by the way, a half day ends at 11:30 a.m. That's like me having my breakfast and checking my email. But instead, I'm here with you, and I've just turned on all my equipment, and I'm live streaming. But I got to just jump in. I wanted to acknowledge something. I want to work with the ml5 library today, and I wanted to acknowledge some of the work that, in particular, several Processing Foundation ml5 fellows worked on over the summer. And that unoriginal pun, that record to disk reminder, I want it again in just like a few minutes. So I don't need to record this part to disk yet. Although, you know what? Let me start recording to disk so I can double check to make sure the recording is working. So, and I see more messages in the chat. You know, unfortunately, I'm not really able, I kind of respond and check out the chat randomly. So I appreciate your messages there. The best place to engage with the community is the Discord. I think, do I still have that Discord button? No, this is a different, I don't have my giant, I only have this tiny Stream Deck that has 15 buttons. I have the one at home has like 34 or something. Okay. Sorry, I'm setting up the record to disk. Hopefully I'm seeing all my presets, and I'm hitting multi-quarter. And so now I'm recording to disk. I will check those files in a little bit. So unfortunately, if I don't get to your question, I would appreciate if you didn't post it multiple times, because that kind of makes the chat harder for other people to engage with. Know that there are some moderators, and they can record your question. And if you join the Discord, hopefully somebody can post the link to the Discord. That's another place to engage with the community and get advice there. So, there's something else I wanted to say that was reminding me I was recording to disk. I was looking at that. Oh, well, never mind. Let me go to where I meant to go. So I'm going to go to Processing Foundation, Medium. Let's look under Fellowships. And I wanted to highlight, there's a lot of things to highlight here, of course. But I specifically, since I'm going to work with ML5 today, I wanted to highlight the work of fellows Emily Martinez, who is working on a project with an ML5 community starter kit. I want to look at Bomani's work, which I definitely have referenced, making ml5.js accessible. Bomani is one of the sort of lead maintainers of the GitHub repos. So check out his amazing work, his own artworks as well, in addition to his open source work. But what was mentioned to me was to highlight was Andreas Refsgaard work, because there's I'm going to try to create a sort of goofy ml5.js demo today, and that's the project that Andreas worked on over the summer. So this is Teddy rhymes with steady. One of the examples combines image classification from ml5.js with the rhyming algorithm in Rita.js. That is awesome. I got to show this to my class. Check out this work. I would love to sort of click through and play with these, but as you know, if you've ever watched me before, I get really distracted. And that's what I was saying. Right, half day Fridays, only have till 11 because I got to go pick her up. So I have to leave. You know, when I say 11, like if I'm here till 11:15, I'm like fine. But 11 is when I need to be wrapping up and starting to say goodbye. Okay, so help me that. Oh no, so we need a video. I need to work on my pronunciation of Andreas Refsgaard, which is how I always say it, which I'm sure is incorrect. I'm really working on Christian Weckmann. Shoot, I had it down the other day. And then Simone Yetch, I've been like, that one I've been pronouncing. Simone has a whole video about how to pronounce her name. I like, by the way, that people were like, on the internet were like, oh, it's so great that my two favorite YouTubers know each other. I'm like, well, actually we have met in person. We did this like brief panel thing at the ThinkerCon thing, but we're not, what I did was just like an unofficial, like I'm just playing around with the everyday calendar, which I'm hoping to do more of, but I can't do that today because I don't have it with me. All right. And all right, thank you to, oh boy, a name that is written in Cyrillic, who is a #1 fan. Thank you for the super chat. That is very kind of you. And I don't have my soundboard. All I have is the train whistle. I was able to get that and bring it from home. So I'll blow a train whistle for you, but I'm going to move on. All right, so I think what I need to do here to figure out what I'm going to do is the following. I don't know if I'm logged in on Twitter or what. Nope. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right. So this is what I'm hoping to build today. And I suppose if you wouldn't mind just giving me a minute to check that my record to disk is working. And normally I would actually, and also, why not figure out if I can figure out this sound thing? So in theory, if I would play this, you can hear it through this mic, and I should be able to pipe it out via loopback. What's this? No, that's terminal. Oh, right? So this is what I'm doing, by the way. I'm picking up the audio from the Finder, and I'm sending it out via the speakers, which I could turn off. But I'm also sending it to Pro Capture. That's the capture card on the streaming computer. So let's turn this off for a second so we know it's not going through any mic in the room. And now I just want to see if I can figure out which input that is in the OBS properties for you to hear the music. Video 00. I thought it was 02. No. Oh, whoops, what just happened? Cancel. Oh, laptop audio. Sorry, that's what I'm doing. Properties, audio 1, audio 2. Okay, that's it now. But that's what I had, I thought. So now you hear the audio, you hear the music, correct? But if I mute my mic, do you still hear me? You still hear me. It's like combined. It's picking up multiple feeds. That is crazy. All right, I can't deal with this right now. We're just not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm not going to get my laptop audio today, and I'm not going to worry about it. I don't know why OBS is picking up both. I guess the capture card, it has multiple inputs into it, and they're being combined somehow. It's just not worth worrying about. Okay. So let me get everything that I want to do. Where's Teachable Machine? Here it is. Teachable Machine. And let me just make sure, I want to make sure this code example still works. This is a code example that's doing image clusters. It's funny that I trained it on this train whistle. It's a good thing I have it with me today. And have I flipped the image? No. Let me just fix that because that's sort of important for me to do. So I'm just getting myself ready. ml5. Teachable machine, image model. I think this one has the flip video code in it. Yep. So I need flipped video. And then I need flip image. There. And then whenever I classify, I flip the image. Where's the classify function? And I assume I classify the flipped video, and then I can just draw the flipped video also. Let's see if this works. Oh, shoot. Boo! Preload, flipped video. Oh, wait a sec. No, that's the same. I mean, I could just use this example as my basis. Why don't I just use this example as my basis? Because I'm just going to use this example. I don't need my fancier one, because I want to code this stuff anyway. So let's just use this example to make sure it's working. And let's also go here and I think this is how you do CSS. No? I don't know. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is working. Oh, great. Okay. And all right, everybody. Record to disk. Let me check the recording. I'm going to look. Has it been a half an hour? Because it makes a new file once it's a half an hour. And what's today's date? The 25th? No, I started at 9:18, so I'm going to have to stop the recording and restart it just to check the files. I'm going to do that real quick. Stop multi-quarter. And then let me look at one of the files just to see if it's stuttering. I need to see some place where I'm moving around a lot. I see your audio in it, and it doesn't look like it's stuttering. Okay, so I think the recording to disk, I just have to say my recording to disk prayer. And here we go. Oh, did I forget yeah, thank you. Guess I need that. And all right. All right, everyone. I don't know what the pink artifacts are, but I'm hoping what I'm about to do will be accomplishable in about 1 hour. And let me log out, log in. Great, still working. I am ready to go. Okay. Did I start recording again after I checked it? Yes. Thank you for asking that question. That is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Worst case, first of all, I'm trying. One of the things that I really want to avoid doing is the live streaming, then re-editing the live stream for a separate upload. So that's why I'm kind of separating the Friday and Saturday. But today I'm going back to my old ways. But worst case scenario, if the record to disk stuff doesn't really work, I'm making this project, we're doing it. This live stream will be archived forever. I don't necessarily need an edited version that gets released as a coding challenge. But let's see if I can make that happen. And here we go. Pink noise all over the place. Can somebody in the Discord chat tell me whether I can ignore these messages that are in the in the main chat? But probably it's like my keying is bad or something. Okay. Oh, in the search bar. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is that? So guess what? I am not seeing these on my laptop screen. I am only seeing them in the output to OBS, which I can only surmise is due to the fact that this cable had water spilled on it. I don't have another one, but I do have a solution, which is I can record to disk my. But let's see if unplugging it and plugging it back in fixes the issue. Yeah, it's still there. Weird. Hold on. I'm looking really close. I don't see it on my laptop screen. The sad thing is I could totally record my laptop screen separately, but I was going to do something else specifically for recording my laptop screen for the later edited video. But let's just, because I can't record, I'm just going to use OBS. I guess I could use quick. I can't record my laptop. It's going to be fine. It's going to have to be fine. Is it always there, or is it, no, it's actually in the, that doesn't make any sense. That's really weird. All right, I definitely need to ignore this, but I have a problem where like little tiny things drive me crazy. Optimize for pro capture, standard refresh rate. That seems weird. Why is it 59.88? Definitely don't want to change it to True Tone. It's funny, that True Tone got rid of it, I think. Do I have a filter on in OBS? Oh, that's possible. I have been mucking around with my OBS settings. Let's just quickly. Oh, I know another way I can check this. My record to disk has a separate feed of the. No, it's there. It's there in the separate. It's not a filter in OBS, and it's much more apparent also. Wow. Why? Oh, this is driving me crazy. Everyone's telling me to ignore it. But it's making me crazy. Let me have 4 minutes. It's 9:38. I have to stop looking into this. Oh, wait, I was looking for displays. That's what it's at, 1080p, 1080i. No. Whoa, much worse, right? What is going on? So strange. What's confusing me is I swear when I just turned on, is this, did that get rid of it? That got rid of it, right? I don't know why, but there it is. It's gone, right? So for whatever reason, this Pro Capture color profile is doing something weird. And then, no, it's still there. No, it's gone. Did that fix it? I can't, it's so hard for me to tell. It's gone, okay. Just let me believe it's gone. That's better anyway. It's good now. Okay, I'm going to move on. All right. 9:30. Oh, I took 2 more minutes. I gave myself 2 more minutes. SD170MA was better? I don't believe you. Is that better? All right, let me double check to make sure there's no filter in OBS, but I'm kind of, that's me, that's the audio, that's the laptop, filters, no filters on. Yeah. SD 170 whatever is better. Okay, so I'm going to use that. And hopefully this will be fine. I'm just going to look at it in my record to disk software. It's still like there faintly, but whatever. Gotta move on. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta move on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I'm going to be using the whiteboard today, people. Okay, faintly there. All right. Hi, everyone. No, that's not a good way to start. Restart. I don't think it's Chrome. I really don't think it's the Chrome browser. Welcome to a coding challenge! Let's get ready to coding challenge! No. 9:38. All right, 9:38, here we go. Hello everyone and welcome to a coding challenge, the first one since March of 2020. And what I am going to attempt to do today is make my own version of this project. This is not my idea. This came across my Twitter desk the other day from Cameron Hunter, who created a video lens that uses hand gestures to show comic book style messages instead in a video call. You know, I don't know if you noticed, in this year of 2020, lots of stuff is happening. Hey. But many of us, including myself, are spending a large amount of time in video calls, and I want to see if I can figure out a way, using the tools of P5.js, ml5.js, Teachable Machine, and Open Broadcast Studio, and Zoom as the video conference software of choice. Not a sponsor. You could use any one that you want, but I'm going to attempt to use Zoom and see if I can create my own overlays that are controlled with my own gestures. That's what's going to happen today. I have not attempted this at any point in the past, present, or future, so here we go. So, to be honest, there's not going to be a tremendous amount of coding in this particular video. There will be, however, a lot of like piecing together a lot of different parts of tools and software and things like that. And I'm doing the thing where I'm allowing myself to do stuff again, which I shouldn't do because probably my record to disk is failing, and this is should just be a thing that I'm making, and there's not really going to be any editing. I should put a timer on and give myself a certain amount of time. I should just go for it. To be honest, there's probably not going to be a ton of coding in this, although I will be writing code. And mostly I'm going to be like plugging in this piece of software to this piece of software and this piece of software. Lots of connectors and tubes and cables and things, but all happening on the computer because I'm much too afraid to use that stuff in real physical life. Okay, so let me talk through what the components are. So what I'm going to have ultimately is a video feed where, for example, when I raise my hand, and apparently I can't draw, that's me raising my hand, I might have a pop-up that says, question. A big pop-up so that the other people in the room can see that I'm raising my hand and have a question. So this is what I want. So how am I going to get there? So to do this, I'm going to use P5.js to connect to my camera and show my camera feed. Then I'm going to use a Teachable Machine to train a machine learning model to recognize my particular gestures. So just as a point out, if you should be able to do this yourself at the end of this video, and you won't even have to write any of your own code. You could reuse my code, but almost certainly, well, definitely you will need to train your own model. So I'll talk about how to do that, which you don't need to do any coding for. Machine learning model. So once I have that, and then I'm going to talk to the Teachable Machine model with ml5.js. So all of these components will be running in a web browser. This is all inside the web browser. Then I'm going to use a piece of software called OBS, or Open Broadcast Studio. It is the software I'm using right now to live stream, to record to disk. It is software that I use for making YouTube videos. But what I can do with OBS, one of the things I can do is I can capture everything that's in the browser. So the browser is going to be sent into OBS, and then this picture, boy, this diagram is terrible, you will see in OBS. Then, from OBS, I'm going to start something called a virtual camera. So I'm going to trick the computer into thinking that the Open Broadcast Studio software is my webcam. So when I log into a Zoom meeting, and there is a grid of people, and this is me here, I will select the OBS virtual cam as my video input. So instead of picking the default, if I'm on a Mac, it's going to say like FaceTime camera, I'm going to switch to OBS virtual camera. This is not the only way to do this. As you can see in the project I referenced where I got this idea from, it's using something like SnapLens Studio something. I'm sure there are countless other ways you could approach this, but I never really thought this diagram was going to be helpful. Hopefully it's at least it's helping me sort of think through this. I'm hoping this is going to work. Again, I haven't tried this yet, so remains to be seen. All right, let's do the first part, train the model. So I'm going to go to the Teachable Machine website. Now, I could really, if I wanted to, just talk for the next hour about what Teachable Machine is. Fortunately, I'm not going to do that. And if you want to learn more about Teachable Machine, I have 3 videos that I've already made about how to train a model and use it with P5, and you can do stuff with audio. There's lots of stuff there. Google has a lot of resources. It's made by folks at the Google Creative Lab. I'll include a lot of references in the video description, of course, to Teachable Machine. I'm just going to click on to get started. I want to do an image project because I want to train a model from on me. And I'm going to first create the first. I'm just going to do. I'm going to do I'm going to do background. I'm going to call background being like me not doing anything, just me just kind of sitting in the meeting like this, trying to make eye contact with people over a computer through a web. Have you ever tried? It doesn't work. How do you make the eye contact? Where do I look? I often just look at myself, which is weird. But it's like, that's what my eye is drawn to. Is that like that for you? Or is it just me? Am I weird? I think I'm weird. Definitely weird. And then the next category will be question. So I want to click webcam. And you can see I've already installed, by the way, OBS virtual camera on this computer. So you can see this is it's already available, but that's not what I want right now. I want the FaceTime camera. And I just want to record myself here. What do I do in a meeting? No, I don't make any gestures. Okay, so that's probably good enough. And then I want to do the question. The question now. What hand do I raise? I have a question. It's confusing because I need to use my mouse. I guess I'm going to be left-handed for asking my questions. I'm going to try to get about the same amount of samples, like 238. Okay, and then I'm going to train this model. I get to take a little break here. Remember the Don't Switch Tabs song? I don't know my ukulele, but I had a Don't Switch the Tabs. Don't switch the tabs. Oh, it trained. Okay, so let's see if it's working. Background, question. Background, question. So this is perfect. So now I have a model trained. It's very important. I mean, even though I've talked about all this in the Teachable Machine videos, and I'm trying not to do this now, it's important for me to emphasize this is not doing any kind of gesture recognition. This is pure image classification. So it's not going to work if I gave this model to you and you're wearing a different shirt, you have different hair, you're not wearing glasses, your background is different. So this is the kind of thing that every person would have to customize, which I think is nice because you can make up your own gestures and different things, and everybody moves in different ways and does different types of things. Gotta move on. Boom, 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 boom. That's the song that's stuck in my head today. All right, so now export model. And certainly I could download the model. All this could be done locally without anything being anywhere in the cloud. All of those images were not sent anywhere into the cloud. You can, with Teachable Machine, save them in the Google Drive, but I do want to upload the model. It's just going to make it very convenient for me to work with. So I'm going to upload the model. Now I have the URL right here, which I'm going to click copy. Then I'm going to go over to the ML5 code example. So let's call this Zoom annotations. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's get rid of this. Just want to simplify this example. It actually has some extra stuff in it that I don't need. And let's run it. So this is the example that comes with ML5. And it's a pre-trained model that is showing, that has two categories, daytime or nighttime. So it's hard to make a model that people can universally test and use, but this is one. And now, in theory, if I were to go and paste the URL, remember, where did I get that from? Right from here, this shareable link of the model. By the way, you could go there right now and try it. I don't know if anybody can manage to get it into the chat who's watching right now. I'm going to paste it in here. My font is very small. I've pasted it in, and I'm going to run the example again. Ah! What? Oh, there's a mistake here. Okay. So this will hopefully be fixed by the time you watch this video. I actually updated the examples. It needs to also have added to the end of the URL, I need to add plus model.json. That's what ML5 is looking for, that particular JSON file that holds the information about the model. Background, question. Background, question. All right, let's get at least a quick pop-up of a question mark to appear when I say I have a question. I have an insane amount of, all right. Okay. Before I do that, let me make a couple quick changes. I want to just make this a little bit bigger. And then I want I'm always going to have the video size match the canvas size. And then I actually don't want to draw the text label. That's not something I'm doing. So let me just make sure this works still. And we see it a little bit bigger. So I should be able to say now, if label equals question, draw something else. And I happen to have, thank you to Jason Hegland, who is the Coding Train illustrator, makes all of the characters. I think I have one of these that I can use. Let's try using this one. So I should be able to upload a file and drag it here. It's kind of like a weird name. Let me just rename this. I'm just going to call it question.png. And then in the sketch, I want to say question, and I'll preload that image. Question, preload a question.png. Then let us try to say image, question, 0, 0. So I'm not really being thoughtful about this. Let's just see if it appears. Whoops. What happened? What? Preload? No, the function name is load image. This is me trying to do stuff way too quickly and making weird mistakes. Also, my computer feels like it's dying here. Save. I think this page froze. Ah! Let's try this again. Let's see if I can at least get something to appear. Okay. Come on, people. Debugging time. Oh, guess what, folks? I named my labels with a capital Q, capital first letter. Okay, and by the way, I really should check and see like what is the resolution of this image. It is, that's a little bit unnecessary for me right now. Let's fix that. Let's just put this on the desktop. We'll call this question.png. I want it to be like the character sitting on the bottom. So let me adjust the size to 480. Better. Then I'll re-upload it. Better. Okay, here we go again. So one thing I really want to do, which I feel like is important here, is to kind of debounce this a little bit. So I feel like if it's going to appear, I don't want it to disappear immediately. Like I don't want it to flicker. So I'll just going to always have it fade out. So let me just, I think I can use, I mean, I should make like an object. There's all sorts of ways I could engineer this in a really thoughtful way. But I am going to just do I'm going to make a variable called fade out and set it equal to 255. And then whenever I detect a particular label, I'll say fade out equals 255. And then, and let me put this, bear with me. I'm going to have to think about how to do this with multiple things, but let me just get this to work right now. Fade out minus equals 5. Let's make minus equals 10. If fade out is less than 0, I'll say fade out is greater than 0, image question. So, and actually, fade out should be 0. So you know what? This is why I need to like wrap these two things together into like an object or something. But let's just have question fade be at 0. And what I'm really doing is I'm setting question fade to 255 whenever I get that label. And then I'm always fading it out. And I'm only drawing it if I have a value greater than 0. And just for efficiency's sake, I'll also just fade it out when it's greater than 0. So this should now, it shouldn't like flicker, like, I have to, sorry. That's actually like just leaving it there. I was actually going to fade it. So I was going to say tint question fade, which I realized it actually is, I debounced it just by not even having it fade, but oh, hello. That tint applies to everything. Whoa, that was weird. I don't know why it is, that's the way the image fades. Maybe somebody can investigate that. Is that like a bug in P5? Or is that actually how it's supposed to work? Do I need to do like, oh, maybe I need to do this. So I'm definitely fading. Oh, I'm just fading the brightness. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. So that's, I want the brightness to always be at 255, but I want to fade the alpha. Okay, so now let's see if we can get this into a Zoom meeting. Now, obviously, of course, we could spend hours making like little animations and training different gestures. And after I get it all working, I want to spend a little time making a version of this with some animations and different things. But I just want to see if I can at least get this into a Zoom meeting. So the first thing I need to do is open up Open Broadcast Studio. So this is the website for OBS Studio. It's open source. It's free. There are some like other companies who have made their own versions of OBS that are maybe paid and different things. But this is the one that I use. I just use the free open source Open Broadcaster Studio. I guess it's Broadcaster software. Who knows? Oh, it's Open Broadcaster Software Studio. I guess that is the correct way to say it. So I already have that on my computer. I'm going to open it up. When you open it up, it should look blank, just like this. It's an empty window. And I have been actually hoping to make some OBS tutorials. And I've just never gotten around to it. So that's not what this is going to be. I'm just going to quickly show you a few steps to get this working. But at some point, I will maybe also create some tutorials for it. All right. So I have a scene. That's what's down here. I can make multiple scenes, but I just want to use the default scene. Now I need a source. So normally what I might do is I might say something like video capture device, but I'm thinking about this. Ultimately what I probably want to do, and I'll see if I can get this working later, is select a video capture device. I'm going to call this a webcam, and I'm going to pick my webcam and have that be the sort of main element of the scene. And then the other stuff would be an overlay over it, which I think I have an idea of how to do. But right now I'm just going to try to get the raw browser window into this. So it won't be pixel perfect in terms of resolution and everything, but it'll be a start. So I'm going to take that out and delete it. And I'm going to say, is it window capture, display capture? I think it's window capture. And I want to capture P5 web editor. And I think the best way for me to do this is to go to share and let's take the present mode and open a new window, paste it in there. I can even make it a little bigger just by zooming in. Let's make sure this is working. Oh, did I not hit save? Shoot. Let me hit save and go back to this window. And actually, I just want to do this because let's see if it's working. Great. OK, so now in OBS, I want to take Chrome. How come I don't see it here? Shouldn't I see one that says Chrome? Like, I don't want this. Oh, there it is. I don't know why I didn't see it before. I want to take the one that says Google Chrome Webcam Image Classification. So I want to take that. Then I'm going to say OK. Then I'm going to use the Option key to just crop around the part that I want. Again, this is silly. There are some better ways that I could do this, probably. But I'm just going to crop around the part that I want. And then I will stretch it out. And it's the wrong aspect ratio. So maybe I'll just no, how do I do this? I'll just crop out some of the bottom. I don't know. Let's just leave it like this. We're going to work on the layout later. And now I've got it in OBS. And whenever I raise my hand, it's happening. Okay, you can see the frame rate is really low. I'm going to work on a way to fix this. Yeah. I'm going to see if that works. I just didn't want to try that first. There's some good suggestions in the chat about capturing the browser directly in OBS. But let's just leave this. Now, the next thing that I want to do is start the OBS virtual camera. So that is an option I have right here under Tools, Start Virtual Camera. That is an option I have over here under Tools. I'm saying this again. That is an option I have over here under Tools, Start Virtual Camera. That does not come by default with OBS Studio. Hopefully this is the one that I'm using, but so on the OBS project forum, there's a post called OBS Virtual Camera 2.0.5. And this is what, you can follow these instructions to install the virtual camera. And I believe, oh, it definitely supports Mac because I have it for Mac. Is it a different one for Mac? Let's just see. Yeah. So this one is actually the one for, whoops. This one is actually the one for Windows. So if you're on Windows, you can just run this particular installer that you can download from GitHub. Let's see if we can find the Mac one. Yeah. Yeah. And and for Mac, there's this particular OBS virtual cam that you can just download and run the installer right here. And I'll include links to both of these for Mac and Windows in the video's description. And somebody in the chat telling me there's a way to use V4L to sync on Linux. So I'll try to include some information for that as well. So I'm going to do, I've started the virtual camera, and now I need to go into a Zoom meeting. So time out for a second. I'm going to use a link that I know that opens a test meeting. It might be that this is exposed to those of you watching, in which case I would ask you not to join the meeting, or at least I'll try to but if you do, you're not helping anybody. You're just making this experience worse for me and everybody else. So hopefully that won't happen. OK, so I am going to go, because I have a Zoom account through NYU, I'm going to nyu.zoom.us/test. And this should open up a test meeting. Go into the meeting. And I'm going to say join without video just for the moment. Yeah, I think you're working. OK, so normally if I start my video, this is just me in the Zoom meeting with this the video, that's the webcam. And now I should be able to go over here and change to OBS Virtual Camera. Oh, shoot, I forgot that I opened it up here. And there we go. Here we go. I'm in the Zoom meeting. Hi, everybody. Oh, this is such a great discussion class thingy. Me. Oh, it's reversed. Oh, you know what it is? I think Zoom is just showing it reversed for me. Right? Let's go into video settings. Oh, because I've already flipped it. Oh. Yeah. So does anybody know this mirror my video? Oh, touch up my appearance. I definitely want to do that. Does this mirror my video only mirror it for you to see yourself mirrored, or does it actually mirror it for other people? I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. So because it's flipped, because Zoom is trying to make it a nice experience for me, I'm going to uncheck this mirror my video. And I've already mirrored it in my own software. And now have a question. All right. So I want to think about ways to improve this. Which I have some ideas about. Told the pink noise is back. It's so minor though, no big deal. All right. Let's close out of the meeting. Let's close this page. Let's disable this in OBS. Yeah. All right, the first thing I want to do is I want to try and see what happens. So I've got lots of stuff open, by the way. So let's turn this off. This is stopped. Okay. First things first, let's see what happens. The first thing I want to try is let's see how the built-in browser to OBS works. I am going to do a browser source. I'm going to paste in the link to my P5 sketch. I kind of have a feeling there's going to be a problem here, and I have a way around it. I'm going to hit OK. I've added a browser source. I want this particular URL. Oh, I put that in the title for it. I don't know that I care about this CSS, but I'll leave it. Let's leave it at 800 by 600 right now. Let's say OK. Now, the reason why I think it's not working is it doesn't have permission to open the camera. The built-in browser to OBS probably doesn't have permission. So I have a way around this. I anticipated this issue. Let's download the code. Put it on the desktop. Call it Zoom. Let's open up a terminal. Let's run a web server. So I think, even for localhost, I thought the browser doesn't ask permission for localhost. So this is working. I thought now I could put, maybe if I say localhost, it won't. No, it still asks permission. Let's see if this works. This is unfortunate. We'll have to sneeze. Localhost. Control audio, no. Use custom frame rate, no. Is there anything I can do here? Does anyone know whether OBS has like a console or anything I can do? Enable media stream. You need to run OBS with a flag to automatically give permission. That's very interesting. How would I possibly do that? OBS executable -- enable me. Okay. All right, so I'm making this, unfortunately, additionally complicated. But let's quit OBS. Go to terminal. Oh, whoops. Let's actually keep this running. So where do I want to go? Go to applications, and then oh, maybe it's, hold on. Yeah, OBS app. This is what I would do on a Mac. Oh, I'm in the okay. Right, that runs it. But can I put those arguments here? Or can I do this? No. That was weird. Or is it in the contents? Like, the actual, oh, no. No, I want the folder. I think I can do like show package contents. It must be this, right? This must be the executable. Contents Mac OS. Whoa. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Let's try this. Enable media stream. Remote debugging port equals 9222 to get debugging in a browser. Okay, let's try this. No. Reads input from, no. Args. Args. -- args. This is not what I expected to be doing. I think I can do this. There we go. So now, browser, localhost. Oh, whoops. Localhost. Localhost. Oh! Ding, 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 ding. The only unfortunate thing is it went and got my OBS virtual camera, not the actual FaceTime camera. Wow. But that worked, so how do I tell it now? Oh. I have to write something in the code to select the right camera, or I have to change the default camera of the OBS browser. Oh, this is so sad. Oh, that's such a pain. I have another idea for how to do this that I think will probably be just fine, but I would prefer to really get this working. How do I change? So let's do P5.js enumerate cameras. I've seen this. Select cameras. So console log devices, object, object, object virtual camera, FaceTime camera. Okay, so this should work. Hey, all right. Okay, so let me take this and hold on. I have this open already. So now I'm going to set the default camera. I'm going to work from localhost, I think, from now on. And I want to set the default camera. So where do let's just paste this all in and see what I need. Setup, I need to do enumerate devices. In setup. Then I need the got devices function. I don't really think that I necessarily need this array, but I'll just keep it. So let's put that here just so I can find it. And then I want to set devices 1 and create capture with the video. So then I should be able to change this to video equals create capture, set the size, hide it, and do all this stuff here once I've selected the correct camera. Oh, I'm really off the rails now with this very simple example that I made. Okay. How are we doing here? I think I'm in pretty good shape. This needs to go. This needs to go. Let's take a look at localhost. Okay, that's working here. Now we should be able to, I should actually just be able to refresh this. I think, will this refresh it? No. Do I really have to like remove it? Add the browser again. Oh wait, it's not there still? Ugh. I thought it would be under existing. Come on! Did I not say, oh, I didn't restart the server? Yeah, I did. Is it caching it? Oh. Wait, no, there's no server running. That was weird. Let's try this. I mean, I can also just go back to the browser now. Oh, this is crazy what I'm doing. Why am I taking all this time to do this? Hold on, let's just be really sure about this by also making a different port. Let me use, whoops. Is it like this? Yeah, okay, I'm running it on a different port just to be 100% sure. Let me make sure this works here. Oh, weird. I actually didn't test this code. It's doing something weird now. What did I do wrong? I think I must not have saved it. Okay, video, create capture with height, size. Oh, I have this too. Sorry. This has to go. We've got an error where? Oh, because I got to wait until flipped video is actually available. I think, by the way, I'm missing an important setting here. I don't realize I didn't have that set here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now localhost 8081 is working. Now I should be able to go back to OBS. This probably isn't going to be any faster frame rate rise. It just want because there's something I can do here which is really awesome. Just give me a second. I'm getting there. Localhost, and put this in there. Hit OK. There we go. Wow. I think the built-in OBS browser is like really bad. This is worse. Because I forgot that this whole sketch is operating with like WebGL. I bet you there's no like WebGL, OpenGL context. The best thing for me to do would actually be use like WebSockets or something and run a server. But I have this idea, but nowhere. So this will get edited out. All right. And if this gets edited into the coding challenge, I'll explain. So in case this all by recorded this is actually called it 25 minutes ago, says Chris Manning. Sorry about that. I'm going to act as if my recorded disk is working and we're actually going to edit this into something. So I just tried to see if I could get this to perform better by opening an actual browser source within Open Broadcast Studio itself. And I had to jump through some hoops to like enable the video capture and all this stuff. But it's actually much, much worse. And I believe this is because Teachable Machine runs in the OpenGL with the OpenGL context using web. I believe this is because Teachable Machine runs using the WebGL context to run the machine learning model, and that probably is not something that performs well in Open Broadcast Studio. But it is, I say, I have a better idea, better than all of my ideas. Here it comes. Okay. I'm thinking about this. I mean, what I really want to do is run. I'm going to do it the way, I'm just going to do it the simplest way I can think of. Got it. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a, what's 16 by 9, like 1280 by 720? I'm going to make a 1280 by 720 canvas. I'm going to make the video as small as possible. So let's see, even if I do it like 160 by 120, and I'm going to hide it. I'm not going to hide it. I want to see that video separately. And then I don't want to draw the video. Instead, I just want to see the image pop up. So let's see if this works. So I've got my video at the bottom, right? And I'm able to get the question mark to pop up. Great. So now I'm going to go to the present view again. I moved the camera around, which I think is causing a bit of a problem. So I'm going to have to retrain the model, which I'll do. Let me go back to here. This is working pretty well. And I want to change the background to a pure green. Actually, I could just make it no, I'm going to do a pure green. And you'll see why in a second. So stop. Did I not hit save? Now this should run much faster because I am passing a very small video to the machine learning model. I don't need a high resolution video to do the classification. And I'm also not drawing it, so it's much less work for me not to actually draw the video, just draw this. Because now what I can do in Open Broadcast Studio, which I can open again, and let me delete these other elements, I can actually just add my camera source directly. So I want to add the FaceTime camera. I'm going to add it here. I'm going to stretch it out to take up the full, and you can see the frame rate is very fluid here. Then I'm going to add as another scene a window capture. And I'm going to get the browser. I don't know why I'm always making a new one, but that's fine. And I want to get I want to grab this, which is here. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to stretch this out, but I'm going to crop it around the canvas. I'm going to fill the window basically with it. Then I'm going to add a filter in OBS. I'm going to go to Filters. I'm going to add an effect filter. I'm going to go to Chroma Key. And I want to chroma key the green out. So I'm going to say, the default's going to work really well. I have a perfect chroma key because I drew the green itself. And now, there we go. And I have no frame rate issues. Pops right up. Now I want to, now I need to go to Zoom. That's right, now I need to go to my Zoom meeting. Oh, it's time for my Zoom meeting. I'm so excited. It's time to be on Zoom for the 15th hour of the day. Let's go to, how do I get there without like messing this up? I'll make a new window. And I'm going to go to a test meeting. Join. Oh, OBS, I need to make sure I am running my virtual camera. I want to join my test meeting. Join without video. Yeah. I hear the ringtone. Yeah, I'm sure it's all working. Now I'm in the meeting. I'll turn on my video. I want to mirror it. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. Let's go to video settings. Mirror my video. Hello, friends. Welcome to class today on Zoom. If you have a question, please raise your hand. All right. This works. I'm so glad. This actually works quite well. I'm wondering if there's a better way that I can visually... By the way, am I missing the... Oh, I can enable hardware acceleration for the browser in OBS. So that is a thing I could have done, but I still like this solution better. This feels more flexible, I think. All right. I have a half an hour. Let me make a model with more gestures. And also, let me think about if there's a way that I could have other people join the meeting without it being a problem. I just feel like it would look more effective if it was like a grid of things, but whatever. Okay. I mean, this wasn't my idea, but it sort of feels like, hey, Google, you made this teachable machine thing. You have a product called Google Meet. Hit me up. Let's make this for Google Meet. right? You could have this built in. You could have even a button that's just like train your gestures in Google Meet, customize your icons, and then it just works. Free advice, I guess. Okay. And by the way, this is not specific to Zoom. I've now created a camera feed on my computer that just does this. Just to emphasize this even more, if I go to like QuickTime, and I was like, oh, let me make a new movie recording, I could select my OBS virtual camera, and now I'm in QuickTime, it shows up as well. So the virtual camera is just now a camera that can be sent into anything. Let's have some more fun with this. Let's go back to here. What do I got? We could do yes and no. Should we add those? It's going to be let me close this. Why is this not showing up? I mean, I could just start over. I probably should start over because I've been moving the camera around. Yeah, by the way, there's no reason why I couldn't just do this now also with my live stream, so that when I make certain gestures, certain things pop up. Or if I say certain words, certain things pop up. Side project Saturday, let's get that working. Thumbs up is yes, okay. But why? I'm just going to retrain a new model totally, because I don't know why this is not showing up. Is the Zoom meeting causing a problem? I don't have a lot of time here, people. I was going to do a tutorial on object detection in ML5. All right, let's restart the browser. Yeah, leave site. I wonder if like QuickTime or let's quit OBS. I think like my camera got stuck with something. There we go. Let me just make sure I'm in the right camera. Okay. Okay, so background is just me. Someone remind me not to move my laptop around. It's just going to be like this with some, oh boy, the way I put my, whoops. Oh, this is going to take too long to delete. Let's just start over. Okay, this is just me. Let's do a question. Let's do a yes. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the difference between thumbs up and thumbs down with this kind of. Let's do a no. And then, hold on. There is a way I can tell it to record with a timer where I don't need to be holding down the button. Yeah. So I can do this, hold to record off, delay 2 seconds, duration 6 seconds. Okay, this is what I meant. This is what I should have been doing all along. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So hold on. What do I got here? I'm going to use lowercase, and I'll have to fix it in the code. Question, yes, no, confused, and then let's do something funny. Funny. Okay, and then I want to do one more, which is love. Let's now try training the model. Right, so Chris is suggesting to use PoseNet, and I was thinking about that as well. A PoseNet is a machine learning model that detects key points, and it would work really well for a lot of, it possibly could even work just with like hand gestures. You're not getting a lot of nuance, like it would definitely not be able to tell thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's see how this works. So this is just me. Did I move my laptop around? I hope I didn't. Question. Okay. Yes. No. Confused. Funny and love. Oh, it works so well! Yes! Okay, export model. Upload my model. Then now I just need this URL. I need to go to my code. So I think this is, let me just, I should leave this open just in case, but let's just make sure this works. This is the page for the model. Background, question, yes, no, confused, and love. All right, 20 minutes, people, I can do this. Now we got to go to the code. Zoom annotations. Let's put in the new model URL. Let's go, and this is now should be lowercase. And let's run this, see if it's still working with the new model. Yep, new model works. Okay, now I just need to do yes, no. All right, let's do, so I'm going to do, this definitely needs the I will refactor this later song, but I just got to do this. Let's go to my gesture stickers. Oh, I should do one where there's nobody there, and that would be the I'll be right back sign, but you know, you get the idea. Yes. So let's make this, what, I guess I made them 480. I wanted it to sort of sit on the bottom, I just realized, but that's fine. Adjust size, let's make the height 720 pixels. Okay, that's for yes. It's fine, I've downloaded these, it's fine. No. Height is 720 pixels. No. So let's change this to no. Let's change this to yes. Let us upload these. Go to the sketch. Yes equals, we'll do 2 more of these. Again, all this could be done with an array and objects, and the label is mapped to the object with the nose its fade value. But quickly, folks, let's just make this work. And I challenge you, I would love for you to help refactor this code when I release it. And we're going to just do it in a very silly way. Else if label equals yes, yes fade equals 255. Sometimes it's very meditative to just copy the same code over and over again. This is not a sustainable solution if I wanted to have 100 different possible labels, well, which technically is possible. And then we can actually have multiple ones up here on top of each other. And if yes fade, yes fade, yes, yes fade, and then we're going to do no fade, no fade, no, and we're going to run this. Just see how it's working. Awesome. Now let's get really fancy. Let's do our love. So I'm going to try using an animation now. That's a good one. But I was thinking of using, there's that. There's so many good ones. Sleeping. I have all these animations. This is. Yeah, there we go. OK, this is the one I want to use. So let's do, and what is its size? It's very high. Well, we're just going to, it's going to be what it's going to be. Let's call this one love.mp4. I hope this works. File upload. Oops. Upload. I mean, I really should make this a GIF, would be easier, but I think this should work as an MP4. And let's hit stop. I need to do the laughing one. So now, what am I doing? What am I doing? Love. Love fade is 0. The difference is love equals create, I think create video, love.mp4. Then I want to say love.hide and love.loop. So it just always should be looping. Ideally, I would want it to start when I make the gesture, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So then, else if label equals love, love fade is 255. And then the same exact thing, I just am drawing a video. If love fade is greater than 0, love fade, love, and let me just make sure it's the right, and let's sort of see what happens here. It's like so little. Awesome. All right, one more. Let's just, I want to do another animation, but I think just in the interest of time, you can see how you can do an animation. I'm going to do, let's go to these. Let's do for laughing. Let's go to my, this dot character. Let's just try this. And now I want to upload this. And sketch. Let's go back to the code. And else if label equals, what was it, laugh? I don't even remember. Laugh fade equals 255. One more of these. Ooh, This is really painful the way I'm doing this. The laugh fade is greater than 0. Tint by the laugh fade. The laugh fade goes down, and the image is the laugh. So I just need variables for that one. Laugh. And did I call it laugh? Funny. I called it funny. So only if the label is funny, and I had a mistake there anyway. Okay, let's take a look at this. I have a question. Yes. No. Whoops. But I love you. Okay, I think that should be bigger and in the center also. So let's just quickly. No, what did I do? I can't get my code back. There it is. And how do I make it bigger? Let's just make it, oh, it's a square. So let's just make it 720 by 720. And then, because I've done something awful, let's just say image mode corner for everything else, except for this one. There's nothing after it. OK, that should work. I feel confident. Let's hit stop. Let's do share. Let's go to present. Let's go here. We've got it open. And now I can go back to Open Broadcast Studio. I think I moved my laptop. Ah! Come on, little heart. I love you. Where are you? I love you. What happened to the love? I want to make the love animation appear. Did something go wrong? Failed to load the resource. Oh, element play. Oh, so the video won't play because I haven't interacted on the page. Okay, this is super annoying. I am going to fix that by saying this. I got it. I got it. I mean, this is quite a hack. But I'm just going to force myself to press the mouse to play that video, because then I'm interacting with it. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, now back to OBS. What's going on here? Why is my camera so weird resolution-wise now? Hold on. Okay, so these are working. Color is all weird. But let me add my camera again. Video capture device. Why does this disappear? I'm doing it again and again. I could debounce this a little bit better. Okay. Use your official coding train GIFs. Yeah. Okay. Now, it is time to go to my Zoom meeting. Oh, it is just time for my Zoom meeting. Wouldn't it be great if I had an actual Zoom meeting to go to and I could log in right now and unsuspectedly the people joining would see this? I'm going to use this later today when I have some meetings. So I'm going to go to a meeting now. Let me join my meeting. Oh, I didn't start the, yes. Okay, so one thing I forgot is I've got to go up to here, Tools, Start Virtual Camera. I need to make sure the browser is actually open to this page. Now I can go to my meeting. I can start my camera. I can check, like I'm on the virtual camera now. Here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's lesson. I have a question. I really can't smile. Whenever I smile, that comes up. Serious question. Oh, it's reversed again? When did that happen? So confusing. Oh, I can flip it in OBS. I'm so confused about the flipping. Let's unflip it, I guess. I have a question. Yes. But I love you. Let me do what I meant to do this whole time, by the way, and I'm going to do this now, is I'm going to start recording. So this is going to be a separate video feed that if we ever actually do edit this together, I could create, like put it into a Zoom meeting. So now let's go back to Zoom. And hold on. We'll make this, I want to make this look, oh, if I minimize that, that's a problem. Will it still work if I minimize it? Probably not, right? Yeah, no. That's fine. It's got to be open somewhere, but I could probably drag it off the screen. There we go, okay. So now, I'm going to open up the chat. Okay. I'm trying to make this look like a real meeting, which is really ridiculous. All right, everybody. Welcome to today's Zoom meeting. Apparently my model, if I ever put my mouth, thinks I'm laughing. And I have a question for you, everyone watching. No, I don't have. I have a question, yes. Question. Oh, the meeting was ended. All right, you get the idea. Let's try that one more time. That's where you can, by the way, see the meeting ID and the password to try to join. See, it is there. Just to finish this off. What happens if I leave? All right, so this is my demonstration of annotating your Zoom video based on image classification using Teachable Machine. I did this coding challenge. I got a lot of work to do on training my model and debouncing the various pop-ups, but we can see that I can, 1, ask a question. I can say yes. I can say no. I can say, I love you. Yes, I love you. We all love each other. And then I can laugh. All right, so I could add more things like say goodbye, or if I leave, I could put something else up. There's all sorts of possibilities. I hope that you can follow this. I hope that you can really be more thoughtful about the design and animation. And to be honest, like there is nothing you couldn't possibly put. You don't have to just layer over your video. You could play something else or do a full screen GIF. There's so many possibilities. And all you need to do, if you want to use this exact example, is just go to this particular URL. But before you do that, before you do that, if you want to use this exact example, all you need to do is open the URL to this particular P5 sketch. You do need to train your own model. Your model should have exactly the same labels, everything that I've done here, but you should train it with your own images. Test it to make sure it works. Then copy paste your model URL into this line of code at the top. And then once you do that, once you hit run, you should see, and you've got to then run and click the mouse, you should see your video down here, and your gestures should be able to control these pop-ups. Now, what I would encourage you to do is come up with your own labels and gestures and maybe use objects, like what happens when you show it a train whistle or some other object. Think about what you're actually showing, your own images, are there animations, or can you play Pong over yourself like while you're in a Zoom meeting? Could you scroll text by you, text to speech? I would also encourage you to think about accessibility. Are there ways that you could send audio to Zoom? In the sense that instead, like when you're laughing, it would play a laughing sound effect, or when you have a question, it would say question, or play a ding, so that especially for people who might not be able to see the Zoom meeting, could they experience this result with audio? So if you make anything like that, please share it with me. Write a blog post, a Medium post, create a GitHub README page, because this and make a web page for it and share it. Based on the instructions that you'll find in this video's description that show you how to add it as a community contribution to the web page for this coding challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. There's probably a million other ways you could do this better than what I did. I hope this inspired you. Thank you. I have to thank Cameron Hunter. Thank you especially to Cameron Hunter, where I got this idea from. It's not an original idea of mine. I just had a lot of fun trying to make this. One thing you'll notice also in his particular example is a lot of the annotations do follow him. So yeah, you can see how the haha is like moving around. And that's something you could also do by adding PoseNet to this and keeping track of where your nose is. So many things you can do. I have to stop talking. I have to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this coding challenge. Mwah! See you soon. All right. Now I pray that all my recording to disk worked. I'm going to stop this recording to disk. And yeah. I got to go. 11:01. Oh, perfect timing. OK, everyone. So let me hit stop record. Stop record. Stop record. I'm still live streaming. I'm not set up with like music and all the other stuff I usually have to do an outro. Again, typically my side project Saturdays are the live streams that I'm doing from home. I kind of want to work on this more maybe in a side project Saturday so we can add that to the list. So I will see you a week from tomorrow. And if you want to join as a member, we'll see you a week from today. Hopefully next Friday I will get to those ML5 tutorial videos that I also meant to do today. But clearly all I got to was make this particular project, which I did really quite enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm really just going to say goodbye. I'm going to go out in silence, but I'm going to put my little end screen on here. Oh, I don't have the chat or anything up. And I will see you all soon.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Have fun with your day. I would say give somebody a hug, but you can't. Be safe. Consider others. I'm going to leave this recording studio. Going to wash my hands several times. Go pick up my daughter, who had in-person school today. Lucky that she can have that today. And stay tuned for the coding challenge. Video, edited video, if it recorded to disk. If not, then it is what it is forever, for all time. Okay. What do I press? I press this. That's the goodbye screen. Hopefully you can still hear me, but I'm going to press a button that's going to mute my microphone now, and I will see you next week.